All right. Good morning. Sorry about the late start. I kind of got a little sidetracked. Apologize for starting late. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Let me just kind of go through what you have for this week, which is 5.3. If you've already had a jump start on this stuff, awesome job. This is the stuff that unlocked last Wednesday. If you haven't, that's okay. You got all week. Still plenty of time to knock this stuff out. So the last couple of units, I've been talking about the idea behind vocab, right? And I'm sure people have seen this when you're going through these lessons. The vocabulary is very specific to not only the lessons, but geometry. More than likely, you haven't seen words like orthocenter or perpendicular bisector and stuff like that before. So it's a lot of new vocabulary. Again, just make sure that you're looking into what that vocab means. If you're watching my tutorial videos, hopefully I'm explaining it, well enough for you. If not, let me know and we can go through some examples and I can draw out a picture. My skills are kind of weak with drawing, but I'll do my best to kind of explain what's happening. The last couple of lessons, they've been really focusing on basically two things, two ideas each lesson. This lesson 5.3 continues that idea with medians and altitudes. So just make sure you understand what a median and an altitude is, as well as kind of what information goes with medians and what information goes with altitudes, how you can create those things. You're not going to actually be asked to construct any of these things. Just some of the information that you can get from medians and altitudes. That's what the questions will be prompting you on. So just be familiar with the vocab that goes with each of those things as well. Like always, interactive textbook pages and stuff we're on right there. Practice problems. Make sure you're completing these, right? Make sure you're practicing the skill that you're learning. Man, without practice, it's gonna be rough on the test. So make sure you're doing those problems. A little bit of extra practice if you need some. Maybe there was just like one or two problems that dealt with the concept and you're just not comfortable with it, so you want to look at it a little bit more. You can access that information there. Vocab concepts in the check-in. Both of these are due Sunday by 11:59 p.m. Just don't forget the vocab and concepts. Have your book out, right? That'll help you out a ton with those questions. The solutions manual, that kind of goes hand in hand with these practice problems or any problem throughout the lesson. Even if it's in the review part, like in the introductory part where they're going through the examples, there's problems embedded in that are also in this solutions manual. And then my video tutorial, which is just like a class lesson, right? If you were in class listening to me teach, it's just me going through the lesson, emphasizing vocabulary, maybe showing you some tricks here and there, some things like that, as well as me going through all the example problems and then the practice problems that I want you to do each week. So with that said, I know it's a little bit early, it's only Tuesday, but just a little scope and sequence for you. We got 2 more lessons after this, and then we will be testing towards the end of March. I think if I'm correct, I'm not 100% sure, but I think this is the week before conference week, right? So that's kind of when we'll be testing. So just kind of be aware of that. If you've had a rough start to this section, to this unit, if maybe you haven't gone back and done any of these, or maybe you missed 5.2, but you did 5.1 or whatever, if you're behind, still plenty of time to catch yourself up, ask questions, work on the material, and prep yourself for the test. Please don't keep putting things off and then all of a sudden now we're the week before the test or we're in the week of the test and you've taken a month off and you haven't learned anything and now you're trying to be successful in the test, which that's going to be really rough, okay? I've kind of said this a bunch of times. The material that we're covering in Unit 5 so far isn't that like advanced. It's not that demanding, but make sure you're still looking at it and you're understanding the concepts, you're understanding what's happening. You just got to put in some work with that. So what I would highly recommend, let me look and see if there's anybody late. Nope. Is in the next 40 minutes that we have for class, make sure you're setting aside that time for math, right? So when we hang up, if you don't want to stay back and ask questions or talk to me about anything, start diving into math, start watching that video tutorial, break your book out, start practicing the problems, right? Use our 40 minutes, the way it's designed for math. And then of course, if any questions pop up, just shoot me an email. We'll jump right back on Zoom and I'll help you out or I'll work out a problem or answer your question for you. So All right. So I'm going to hang back and talk with people that want to chat. If you're good to go and you're ready to start working, I hope you have a great day, and we will see you Thursday. Bye.
Have a great day too, Mr. Chapman. See you
Thanks,
on
Jose.
Tuesday.
See you, buddy. Thank you, Taya. Hey, Ryan, you got questions, man?